Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. My name is Samantha, and I am so glad and honored to be here with you and for you on behalf of EPIC. EPIC stands for Empowering People and Inspiring Community. And EPIC Tri-County CT is a multifaceted platform of positive media, of empowering information, and a resource for conscious decisions that you may have to make in your life, whether it be in regards to health, spirituality, or sustainability. Epic Tri County CT wants to be the resource that helps ignite your passions, purpose, and prosperity. So, again, my name is Samantha, and without Lisa, who is the co creator and co publisher of Epic, none of this would be possible. You don't see Lisa in front of the camera at all times, but she is always, always, always behind the scenes supporting us through her love and her light, and also through the comment field. So please engage with us. This is not a dialogue between Karen and Karen, the guest, and myself. It's a conversation, and we want you to be a part of that conversation. And you can do that through the comment field, and we will respond whether during the live broadcast or afterward. So please let us know, how are you doing today? We hope that you're doing well and wonderful and looking forward to a beautiful weekend. Speaking of the weekend, one thing that Epic really, really thrives on are events that are happening around our beautiful state of Connecticut and now beyond with Zoom, right? We are not limited by the boundaries and borders of states. So through Zoom, there are many things happening this weekend. Check out copperbeachinstitute.org for a list of things that are happening at their place. Also, Unicorn Meadow Farms up in Suffield. Sunday is having an angel oracle reading presentation. So check out Unicorn Meadow Farms. As always, the bridge over in Farmington is hosting, let's see, I think they have a drum circle tonight, acoustic night. Check out the bridge, definitely. The event, that is what creates community. And that is what Epic is here to help do also. So I have a very special guest today. I'll bring forward Karen of Cairn Healing Touch Reiki in a moment. I have to get myself grounded here because I've done maybe 100 of these. But Karen is a personal friend of mine, a mentor, a confidant, someone I turn to for a lot of guidance, grounding, and non judgmental conversations. When I need a friend, I reach out to Karen. And I'm so honored to be able to bring her forward as part of the EPIC community because she is a very powerful healer. She's a conduit of the Reiki spirit like none other I've ever met. She's a beautiful teacher of our children and a mom, a wife, and a dear friend. So, without any further ado, I'm going to bring Karen forward. So, please give her your love and your light as we. And there's my friend. I love you.
Thank you so much for that introduction.
You're welcome.
I am so happy to be here, and I'm thrilled with everything you and Lisa are doing. I've enjoyed watching the journey, and it's just amazing what you're doing for community, what you're doing for individuals. I so appreciate it.
Thank you. And we appreciate you. I've never done this before, but I have a little special reading that I found this morning, and it's by Rumi, and it made me think of you. So I'm going to read it, and then we'll
Beautiful.
move forward with the epic interviews. But this is a special one because you're Karen.
Okay, I'm going to sit back and listen.
From Rumi, it says, "The oldest thirst there is." And Rumi writes, "Give us gladness that connects with the friend, a taste of the quick. You make a cypress strong, and jasmine, jasmine. Give us the inner listening that is a way in itself, and the oldest thirst there is. Do not measure it out with a cup. I am a fish. You are the moon. You cannot touch me, but your light fills the ocean where I live." And that for you.
That's beautiful.
That is for you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, I got angel bumps. So,
Well, everything you say focused on me is right back at you and Lisa. I feel the same about you too.
thank you. Thank you.
Bright lights.
I know who you are. Can you tell our beloved community about yourself and a little bit about your journey and how it has evolved to the point where you're at now?
Yeah.
We'd be honored to have you share that with us.
Sure. It's been a long journey, a beautiful journey, a challenging journey, and continues to have all of those pieces of it. So I know that you had my sister on an interview, Becky Thompson, and she shared a little bit about her childhood. So not to repeat that again, but we just had a beautiful childhood. Our parents believed in getting us outside, and we camped and we hiked, and I still carry that love with me today. You notice things on the back of the wall here, some wood, some deer. If you could see my floor, you'd see rocks about me. So all of those elements have stayed with me that were instilled in us as children. So in 2004, as an adult, I had a young child and a wife, and we had a major crisis happen in our life. Life-changing, devastating crisis. I just didn't know how I was going to get through it. I did have a strong faith, and I turned to that faith, and that still remains with me today. But that really, I bring that up because that's really when Reiki stepped into my life. I had no idea what that was. I didn't know what energy healing was. It wasn't in my consciousness. And so my wife was in the hospital and had a lot of pain, was very difficult to sleep. You know, I'm talking about life-changing for me, but you can imagine it was life-changing for her. And I would come and visit, and she would say, you know, this volunteer came into my room, and they want to do this thing called Reiki, or I don't know what it is. And we both kind of approached it the same way. Like, what is this? And, you know, they left information and read it, and, oh, it looks interesting, but I'm not sure. So anyways, she kept saying, no, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you. And then finally one day I came to visit, and she said, Karen, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. But you know how I can't sleep during the day, let alone at night. I took a nap today, and I was blown away. And I said, well, what happened? And she said, well, I finally just said, go ahead. You know, it kind of just wore her down. And so she had her first Reiki session in Hartford Hospital by a volunteer. They have a beautiful volunteer program there. If anyone's looking to volunteer, they have a wonderful program. So that opened my eyes to it. And I thought, wow, you know, if this is a technique I can use that ties in with my beliefs, and I can help my family members, let me look more into this. So about a year later, in, you know, the ongoing education little catalogs we all get, there was a Reiki class at the local community college, and that was 2005. And I took my level 1 in 2005. Was very tentative still. I'm not going to say like I just charged into it like this is great. I still had some fear that I was dealing with. And I bring that up because I want people to know that can be a real part of the journey. And if that is part of your journey, to reach out to your energy healers, and talk about that. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It can be a real piece of it. Mm-hmm. So I did take that Reiki 1 in 2005 and was quite content with that. So content that I sat with that for about 12 years. Used it on our rescue dog, who just loves it, my daughter, my wife, of course, myself. You know, self-Reiki and self-care is a big part of Reiki. Yeah. So it wasn't until about 12 years, though, that I decided it was time to share with others. And so I pursued level 2 training. I pursued a master training. Then I pursued a second master training with the beautiful Barbara Schaefer, which I had the opportunity to take with you, Sam, and our friend Anita, which was a wonderful experience.
Beautiful.
Yes, and that just shifted everything for me. Barbara Schaefer's a wonderful, wonderful
Yeah.
person and Reiki master teacher, and that really shifted things for me and brought it to a whole nother level. So just when you think you're done with your journey, though, right? It's never ending. There's
No, no.
always more. You're always opening to more. And that's what happened to me. I happen to have a book. I actually put it next to me. I've had this book for years. It's
Oh, yeah.
Reiki Best Practices. Walter Lubeck is one of the authors, and Frank Petter is the other author.
Yeah.
And I've had this on my shelf for years with a lot of other Reiki books. And I kept going back to this one, kept going back to it. And then you had Marie Marchesal come.
Yeah.
And actually, she was on another interview also. It was about 2 years ago that I heard her. And I said, Rainbow Reiki, what's this? Walter Lubeck, that's a familiar name. So I knew I was meant to pursue that as well. So along with being an Usui master teacher, I've pursued Rainbow Reiki. And so I learned from Walter Lubeck last summer. He's based in Germany. He lives in Germany,
Mm.
but was in Glastonbury, Connecticut. So it was a wonderful opportunity for me to take the class with the founder of Rainbow Reiki. Very exciting for me.
He's
And then I
wonderful.
repeated that with Marie
Yeah.
about a year later. Took the level 2 in Rainbow Reiki and then the wizard level in Rainbow Reiki. So that brings us to today. I,
Right.
um,
I
I'm a
have to
full
I
teacher
have to
on top
share a
of all
visual.
that.
I have to share a visual with you, not to interrupt. But
Okay.
as you were explaining your journey and how 12 years and then 2 years, and what I pictured is you literally in the forest, because you had talked about the elements of
Mm,
nature, and you're gathering all these beautiful teachings and modalities, and you're out, you're gathering, and you're a gatherer. And to have experienced the master level with you, and we also co-taught
yes.
for a class with beautiful Anita, that was life changing for me. What that
Mhm,
showed me is that we all have an aspect of ourselves that is unique and different. And I actually encourage my Reiki students to reach out to you or Anita or Barbara to try different things. Like you said,
mhm.
reach out to different people, gather information and techniques, and then you've created something that is Karen's. So that brings us to now. I had to share that visual of you. Yeah.
Well, it's funny you say that because, I jotted a few notes, put a little sticky notes up, and gather is one of the words. And I truly believe in that. Yes. My journey has been just to gather helpers, gather skills, gather techniques. So, yes, I completely believe in that. I'm not in a race. I'm not trying to get to the end faster than, that I did yesterday. I really believe helpers, teachers, guides come to us as we're ready and when they're needed. And I'm just thrilled to be on that path. And it's funny you mentioned the forest because I spend almost every day out in the woods. It's the place where I feel most grounded, most spiritually connected. My dad used to say that the woods was his church, and I feel that as well. So I
I,
like that analogy because yes, I mean, I believe in physical fitness and everything, but when you're out in the woods, it's a nice, slow journey, noticing, gathering, taking in what you need, giving what you can.
yeah. And the display of that is perfectly shown on your Facebook page, Cairn Healing Touch Reiki. Some of the photos that you post of yourself doing yoga underneath the
Mm,
beautiful canopy of an
sure.
evergreen, and the rocks, just everything. So Lisa's going to be sharing that Facebook page with our viewers so they can also connect with you there and just go a little deeper into your love for nature, because it's palpable. You can feel it. Absolutely. So the journey has taken you through master and wizard, and So are you currently, like, where are you now as far as Cairn Healing Touch Reiki and your business side of it? Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because I think it's a
Sure.
beautiful attestment to you. It's
Sure. So yes, the business name is Cairn Healing Touch Reiki, and it's Cairn, Cairn, and Cairn is a guidepost. And I bring that up because that really is instilled in my business philosophy and what I believe. The journey, like I said, I'm not in a race. I have a long-term goal, and this really is to be a retirement job, but I'm gathering, as you said, those skills and those the practice along the way. So I do have an active practice right now. I do Zoom clients, and I practice either Usui Reiki or Rainbow Reiki. I do both through Zoom, so people can contact me. I have my phone number on my Facebook and my Instagram. You can message me and ask me questions and reach out to me.
mhm,
So yeah, I do that through Zoom. We do with Rainbow Reiki. I do a Mariana Saji, which is a wonderful technique in Rainbow Reiki that is a full body treatment, and it really only takes 20 minutes. And in those 20 minutes, you also can add things that are individualized to that person.
mhm.
Um, Mantras and healing songs that Walter has channeled to us. So that's where I'm at with the business. My
I,
business card, I'm just going to show you real quickly, has the word be.
yes, yes,
That's what I want for all of us, not just me, to be Reiki, but to be okay where we're at.
I love it. Just be,
Just
simply
be.
be. And when I'm sharing Reiki, whether it be with a client, a friend, a family member, or I'm sharing the teachings of it through classes. That's one thing I say. It's we can go and we can learn, we can gather the hand positions, and we can learn the techniques, but really to be that vibration of that life giving energy that Reiki is, truly is the goal that I seek after. And I believe our journeys have come together because our goals are so similar. Um, and also the beloved spiritual community that I attend, Unity in the Foothills, with my Aunt Margie,
Mhm.
about 10 years ago now. She gave me a list of people to stick with because, yeah, and I was afraid, the fear, right?
Sure, yes.
And you're on that list. I
I
think
love Aunt Margie.
I
Love
know
her.
she's always with us too. She loved
Yes,
you. She loved you,
yes.
and she loved KO, and
Very special.
absolutely. Um, I know that recently you partnered with Sanctuary Power Yoga and held a Reiki 1 class last week and have a
Mhm.
Reiki 2 this week. From what I understand, it's full, so bless you because you really are being that ripple and have, a beautiful, like now I'm envisioning a paintbrush and you're just painting these beautiful energy workers all around that are going to create this masterpiece. And when I
Mhm.
say masterpiece, it's PEACE.
Mhm.
Um, so I know that right now you don't have any classes scheduled and it's a very organic unfolding of your practice. But if someone was interested, can they reach out to you about future classes and how would they go ahead, how would they go about doing that?
Yes, absolutely. So that's actually what happened this summer. I am a school teacher. I teach first grade, and I integrate Reiki in ways that I can in my classroom. Of course, you always need permission before you perform Reiki on anyone, so that's not something that happens. But I can Reiki my classroom. So I do things like that. Um, but I bring that up because I'm most free in the summer, but I also do see people and give people classes on weekends during the school year. So this summer I was really planning on sitting back, with everything that happened in the spring. It was quite an end to the school year. Um, and so, we always have an idea of what our journey is as people, right? Ego thinks it knows what's going on. And then the universe steps in, and that's what happened. Two people actually at separate times approached me and said, I'm really interested in learning Reiki. Do you know anybody who's teaching? And, that's come up before, Sam, because,
Yep.
oh, yeah, my friend Samantha is. You should take it with her for sure.
Yep.
At that time, gee, you know what, I don't know, but, I'll do it with you. So then that kind of grew. And then Sanctuary Power Yoga is in Torrington, and it's a place that I go to for a yoga practice. And the owner approached me also. Do you think you might offer a Reiki class this summer? So I was like, okay, universe. Yes. I love teaching it. I love doing Reiki for others. I love doing Reiki for myself. I love teaching. And so being able to teach Reiki is a gift to me. You might think, oh my gosh, all this preparation and oh, it's going to be exhausting, but it's exhilarating to me. I think you understand that, right,
I do.
Sam?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
So it's just quite an opportunity. And we did have our Reiki 1 class last Monday and Tuesday, which was a beautiful group. And then we have Reiki 2 this coming Monday and Tuesday. I was telling Samantha it is full for the room that we're in. But if others are interested, there's a larger room at that studio that we would have no problem moving into. So if Reiki 2 is calling to someone out there, and you think that I might be the instructor for you, please reach out to me and let me know.
Yeah. Yeah. And what I think is important, and I recommend to my students that to reach out to different teachers and different practitioners, because as I said, everybody has their own unique vibration and gift that they bring. And also, what I found was important, and Barbara Schaefer instilled in me, is yes, you can go ahead and you can do Reiki 1, you can do Reiki 2, but there is nothing permitting, nothing that says you can't go back and review and audit a class, which I find just so huge in my own personal journey as a Reiki master teacher. To sit in a Reiki 1 with you, for example, because truly we may be labeled the teachers, but it is those that are connecting with us. They are the students that bring the best lessons. That I get so much out of it, as you said. And bless you for everything that you do for our community. Karen is a philanthropist in the sense of working for the animals, collecting donations for the animal shelters, animal food, blankets. She's been very active in a lot of community outreach throughout Torrington and other areas. She is huge part of the youth ministry at Unity, which I'm excited. I know that when the universe knocks, we'll know it's time to restart that. And I honor you for honoring yourself in your journey and not going at someone else's pace and not running the race. You're
I do.
walking your journey in an authentic, organic, and wholesome way. And I am very grateful for the time that we had together with Aunt Margie, also for our walks around Highland Lake. I don't know if I'm sure
Oh,
you
yes.
remember.
Oh,
Those are some
sure.
of the best
They
mornings.
were beautiful, yes.
Okay. And that really is what Epic is about, too. It is a coming together and a gathering of business owners and community members, teachers, students, children. It's a gathering. We're gathering this tribe together, this community together, so that we can, as one, be that larger vibration of love and light and Reiki and peace. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you
I'm going
and
to
Lisa.
close in a very different way also. I'm going to pull an angel
Okay.
card for my beautiful angel friend.
Yay.
And we're going to ask for a message for Karen that will help to provide clarity,
Oh, gee.
ease, and elegance as she journeys through her day today. And all of our viewers, please reach out to Karen through her Facebook page and the contact information that Lisa shared. You will absolutely feel the conversation. Oh my goodness. We have a hello from heaven.
Great.
Oh my goodness. Says your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let
Oh,
go of
yeah.
worries and feel their loving blessings. And
Wonderful.
yeah, and that is
Beautiful.
Archangel Azrael. And I know
Thank
that we had a really, really brief conversation earlier, and this is just
Yeah.
affirming that yes, 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 yes.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for pulling that card.
Thank you for
Yeah.
being here, and thank you for this wonderful journey, which is unfolding as we speak in a way that we don't even know yet, but we know that together we can. So as we begin to wrap down, I want to thank the viewers that are watching now. Please leave a comment. Let us know how you're doing, what you think of today's epic interview. For those that are watching later through the YouTube channel or wherever you find the link, blessings to you. We know that everything is in divine order and according to divine timing for you. We want to hear from you also. So leave a comment, leave a comment, share, and know that you matter. You matter. And you are the epic community. So as we go forward into a beautiful weekend, please do so safely and yeah, just safely and sacredly. Just tap into the sacredness of a tree or a flower or the person standing next to you. Okay, so be safe, be true to you, right? Stay your authentic self. It's your journey, as Karen explained so beautifully. It's your journey. There is no roadmap that has been made for you except for the one that you create. So stay you, stay true to your passions and your desires. And as always, stay tuned for next Tuesday. We have a beautiful guest. And thank you, Miss Karen.
Thank you, Epic.
Yep. And peace out, Epic Scouts. I'll see you Tuesday. Lots and lots of loves and angel hugs. Bye.